Everybody, General here today, and we're in for another episode of how to make a pitcher plant. Now, this is a very interesting one, right? Because pitcher plant is actually it's a very ancient plant that can't just be found in Minecraft biomes, right? Because it's a very old plant. So what do you do? Of course, you have to basically go delve under sea, and then what you have to then find is a very special rock, right? Which I'll show you because you're gonna have to find runes under the sea, right? And you're gonna have to find very special sand that don't look like ordinary sand. So they're gonna look like this. So you're gonna find something like this, and that's gonna be under the sea, right? So you find a large body of water, and then you find this, right? And it's gonna be made of like it's gonna look very interesting, so you'll know if it's the one. Then what you then have to do is use something like a brush, right? And you have to kind of brush through it to then have what's inside of it come out, which is like a special egg, and it'll be like a pitcher egg, right? Something like that. And then what you then do, right, is of course you're then gonna come back with that egg that you've got, and then you're then gonna place it here, and it's gonna make something called a snifflet. Now, snifflet is like this very interesting animal-like thing that's gonna sniff the ground and also kind of dig it up, and then dig up what's called right here a pitcher pod. Now, what do you do with your pitcher pod, guys? You come back here, or find you then use something like a hoe, and then you obviously want to fix it up. So you might want to do something like this. And then what you then want to do is, of course, you want to place the pitcher pod there, which I've got right here. So I've placed one there. I've placed many there. The good thing is that this one's not ready, so we actually get to show you how it's done. Now, if you make a bone mill right here, you actually get to speed up the process like so. Like this. And once you've done that, guys, it gives you what you see before you here, which is voila. It's, of course, a pitcher plant. So just to go over the steps again, right? So pitcher plants are ancient plants. So it's not just something that you're going to find anywhere. Like, for example, here, we see trees, we see all of this. You're not just going to find a pumpkin or like you find a pumpkin. You're not just going to find a pitcher plant like that. So there has to be special ways to be able to attain it, right? So you have to go below. You're not going to find it here unless you go below sea. And then what you then do is, of course, you're going to find some very interesting sand, right? You're going to find a very special rune with interesting sand. And it's not just going to be sand that you're going to be looking for, though, because like I said, very interesting sand like blocks, and it's going to look like this. So this is actually cut sandstone. So that's what you're going to look for under sea, right? Once you find this, rather than breaking through it like this, you're then going to do it. You're going to get your brush, and you're going to chisel through it like this. And then what would come out of it is like a very special egg. Now, with that egg, right, or with that thing that you've acquired from there, you're then going to place here, and then it's going to create this little animal-like thing, right? So then what you then do with that animal-like thing is it starts to eat and dig through the ground, and then it's going to dig up something called a pitcher pod. You're gonna get that pitcher pod, and you're gonna bring it here. You're gonna grab a hoe, do this, kind of plant things out a little bit like so. Get the pitcher pod, place it down, make yourself a bone meal real quick, and then quickly come back here, speed up the process, and voila, everybody, we've got ourselves a pitcher plant. So I'll just step back into my crib, and I'll quickly thank you guys quickly for watching the video and close up. So that's, guys, how to make a pitcher plant. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. If you like what you see, please like, comment, and most important, subscribe to, first of all, get notified about more content like this that I make, and to second, to also give me the support I need to continue to making more content like this as motivation. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice one. Ciao.